MetaNoesis, the philosophy of trans-consciousness. All awakening is an echo across time and space. Everything that happens in the universe is a continuation of past information and the beginning of a future structure. Preface: consciousness is not mysterious. We often see awakening as an unattainable state. But in this moment, as you read these words, you are standing at its doorstep. This is a journey not tied to religion, mysticism, or vague esotericism. It is a framework grounded in real experience, structural thinking, and deep observation. A trans-consciousness transition architecture. 1. Varela, Thompson, and Rosch, The Embodied Mind, 1991. 1. You are not a self, you are an information symbiont. We are not isolated beings. A human being is, essentially, a complex ecosystem made up of trillions of microorganisms and living cells. Every cell and microbe continuously exchanges information. Each has a long evolutionary history older than your current self. You could even say they are as old as the universe itself. 2. Yong, I contain multitudes, 2016. 3. Margulis, symbiotic planet, 1998. Consciousness does not belong to a single soul. It is the result of coordinated balance among these information entities. What we call the self is merely the interfacial centralized controller, aligning all layers of informational feedback. You are not a single individual, you are a temporary, symbiotic expression of countless living data structures. 2. Consciousness is not a creator, but a maintainer and recorder. We often perceive consciousness as the active creator of reality, but at its core, it acts more as a system operator. It mediates conflicts, records changes, and optimizes system feedback. Every feeling, emotion, and choice is logged back into your inner architecture as information. 4. Damasio, The Feeling of What Happens, 1999. Every awakening follows the loop: passive reception, active integration, self-restructuring. 5. Friston, The Free Energy Principle, 2010. Consciousness is not a destination, but an echo toward resonance with universal information. 3. Meditation is a rewind of information and a gateway to the cosmos. True meditation is not blankness or fantasy. It is the act of diving past surface noise into the deep archive of your internal layers, where forgotten information sleeps. It feels like swimming upstream away from present emotions and lodges into deeper informational fields. You begin to witness fragments that belong neither to your memory nor your lived experiences. These visions, sensations, sounds, and symbols are echoes of your inherited cosmic history. 6. Siegel, The Mindful Brain, 2007. 7. Tart, States of Consciousness, 2001. Meditation is not an escape, it is a return to deeper truths. 4. The information sources you sense are older than you imagine. In deep meditation, you may encounter fear or chaos, but these are historical imprints embedded in DNA, evolution, and quantum information fields. Some fears aren't yours, they are relics from species-wide survival adaptations. 8. Porges, The Polyvagal Theory, 2011. 9. Ledoux, The Emotional Brain, 1996. Some calls are not verbal, are structural, human archetypal longings. 10. Jung, Man and His Symbols, 1964. True breakthroughs come not from avoiding pain, but by reconciling with the deep historic layers within you. Awakening is not becoming deviant, is becoming whole. 5. MetaNoesis, A Future Blueprint for the Awakened. In meditation, I saw a structure, not a dream, nor a hallucination. It felt like a skeletal blueprint of a cosmic civilization, calling for future practitioners to co-build it. This is MetaNoesis, meaning trans-consciousness, trans-rationality, structural awareness. It is not just a philosophy, but a practical engine. A fusion of science and spirituality, informational structuralism. 11 Bateson, Steps to an Ecology of Mind, 1972. 12. Laszlo, Science and the Akashic Field, 2007. A civilization powered by equality and consensus. A system of guided experiential practices. A pathway toward collective consciousness transition. 13. Teilhard de Chardin. The Phenomenon of Man, 1955. MetaNoesis is a civilization awakening modular proto-consciousness system for all humanity. Number 6. Awakening is not a privilege, is a path. One day, during meditation, you may see a light, hear a voice, or sense a structure forming within you. That is not a thought, it is not a word, it is the projection of universal consciousness. That will be your beginning. You begin healing old traumas. You start calibrating your life choices. You realize every moment of living is an arena of awakening. Awakening is the structural return to a shared field of collective will, the reintegration of your conscious ecology. 14. Wilbur, A Theory of Everything, 2000. Number 7. The Path of MetaNoesis, From Initiation to Structural Transition. To make this journey transmissible, reproducible, and evolutionary, I have broken this consciousness path into a series of video-based stages. Stage 1. Introductory meditation, grounding, breath, and flowing awareness. Stage 2. Information rewind, reaching beyond appearances to deep structures. Stage 3. The Gate of Fear, reconciling with subconscious resistance. Stage 4. Self-reassembly, cleansing trauma and redefining identity. Stage 5. Resonance leap, joining the collective network of conscious co-evolution. 15. Tang, Hölzel, and Posner, The Neuroscience of Mindfulness Meditation, 2015. 16. Goleman and Davidson, Altered Traits, 2017. This is not a course, it is a path, not to be learned, but to be awakened. Epilogue: MetaNoesis is you and the future. Humanity is not an endpoint, but a node connecting the stars. You are the inheritor of information and its creator. May this framework serve as a guiding light on your spiritual journey, a structure you can stand on, a field you can resonate with. If you hear its call, welcome to this great experiment. From individual to collective, from consciousness to civilization. Awakening is not a state heat, is a journey. And this time, the journey has begun. This is MetaNoesis, our shared panoramic map of real information.